Good morning, you guys. It's game day. Welcome to episode 105, First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
When
On
this
this on this rainy Sunday.
we had it's over 24 hours of this heavy rain, the winds. Uh, I'm doing good, but as a Jet fan, I'm not, and we'll get into it. Quick, who does this game favor in these conditions?
The Pats.
You think so?
Yeah. Listen, I gotta read something here.
Go
Did a
for it.
little I did a little research.
Go for it.
In Zach's 4 games against the Patriots,
Right?
he's completed 50% of his passes, two
Okay.
touch, two touchdowns, 7 INTs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the game that got him benched last year. He was 9 of 22 for 77 yards.
9 for 22.
9 for 22 for 77 yards.
Right. Now, I got some numbers for you since you brought up numbers, but before I give you my numbers, I think today with the weather, because of our three-headed running back monster, it should favor us because we should run the crap out of this ball. But as you know, it was announced yesterday, Dwayne Brown, who got carte blanche all summer because of his nursing his shoulder or nursing his knee or whatever injury he was hurting or nursing, we had to give this man carte blanche. Everyone said, oh, once he comes back, blah, 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 was put on the IR yesterday, which means he's out for the next 4 games, which means we won't get him until after the bye. And now we're scrambling. Is it Tipman? Is it Max Mitchell? Is it Taylor? Who's coming in? Who's going to play O-line? I said this to you last week, Kevin. I'm a Joe D fan, but he has to take a lot of the blame for being our GM and still not having solidified this O-line.
And that's supposed to be his thing, the
Yeah,
offensive line.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Everything else correct. Brought in a nice wide receiver, some nice DBs, some nice defensive ends, but yet this old line is the worst in the NFL. So
Yeah.
no one can tell me any different. No one can tell me any different that this old line is not Swiss cheese for 3 years in a row.
I
Aaron
agree.
Rodgers or not cannot win a game with this old line Swiss cheesing it.
No,
Is that even a
no.
word? Swiss cheesing it? Maybe that should be a new word.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheesing it. Now
Cheese. Is that like a cheese head?
shut the. It's a slice of any type of cheese with all holes in it, right? Doesn't even have to be Swiss anymore. Man, but
Man.
you brought up some numbers. So here's one for you. This is the 23rd time in a row the Pats are favorite
In,
against us.
in
It's
your
the
own
longest.
in your own building. They're
It's
0-2. You're 1-1, but they're favored in your
Yeah,
house.
this is the 23rd straight time that they're the favorites. That's the longest active streak in the NFL.
The joke.
23 times in a row.
And you know what? Unless you go out today and lay a thumping on this team, those stats are going to live forever.
It's another stat, Kevin. And remember I brought up to you last week how the refs meet and they have meetings and they're given specific notes on certain players. And, I talked about the kid on the Chiefs. We talked about JFM. And yes, everyone and their cousins say it was a bad call. I agree it was, but when you're known as doing something, these refs look for it because they're given notes. Hold on. Listen to this one. The Jets have gone a league high 22 straight games without an opponent being called for roughing the passer. How is that? How 22 games,
and
22
man,
different refs, and no one calls a roughing the passer against us?
And I've seen Zach get hit in the head. I've seen it. The one where he was running and they almost took his head off. He was like on his knees, kind of, and
Yeah.
and he got knocked. That's roughing the pass. I mean, I know that should be roughing the passer. Any hands to the head, anybody else gets called
With,
for it.
with the league that we feel calls so many bullshit ticky tack fouls, there's not been one in our favor in 22 straight fucking games.
I kind
To
of
get
think
away
like some
with
refs look at the Mike White hit. Look at the Bills hit on Mike White, the spearing to the ribs. If that wasn't roughing the passer, I don't know what was.
a year and a half of our quarterbacks never getting a roughing call. Are you kidding me? With a
Mm-hmm.
league that throws the flag for every little you fought on the field, they throw a flag.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. This is a funny one before we get into, because you're right, Kevin. There's really not much to say. Here's the statement for the game. Win the game. Just go out
Win
and
the
win the game. Enough. I can give you numbers. You can give us numbers till you're blue in the
don't
face.
matter.
Win the game.
Listen, the history between these two, we know the numbers. We know
Yeah.
the numbers. I mean, thank
Yeah.
God, gone are the blowouts of 45-3 with Brady and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you've taken so much abuse from this team. From the day he scribbled on the napkin, I resign as the HC
Mm-hmm.
of the NYJ. It's been nothing but punishment.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know
They've
who's
laughed. They live. He lives to give us crap and to
yeah.
make us look like shit.
Yeah.
He
I don't
lives to humiliate this team.
know. No, you're right, Kev. Here's another funny thing. They did a survey on who's the biggest hard luck franchise in the NFL, just the NFL. And I'll tell you who the bottom three was, and then you could decide who do you think number one was. The Jets, Cleveland, or Detroit. Those were the bottom three as unlucky franchises. Who do you think was in first place as the unluckiest?
Got to be the Jets.
Yeah, by a landslide.
I mean,
Almost 50% of the league.
when you're thinking you're going to go to the Super Bowl, 1999, 2023, and both your quarterbacks fall victim to a torn Achilles tendon,
Yeah.
there's something going on there.
Yeah. 50% of the league viewed us as the unluckiest team in the league, over Cleveland and over Detroit, who were the next in line. There's
Unreal.
got to be some truth to this curse, Kev.
There has to. Yeah. Listen, I said it a couple times since that first game. It's a how could you not say it? How could you not say it? 4 plays in with all the hype all year, all off season. 4 plays in, the guy goes down with an Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you can't even make it up.
Testaverde went down with 4 minutes left
Yeah,
in the first quarter.
yeah, you can't even make it up. And almost 24 years to the day, it
Yeah.
happens again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't make this up. And
Yeah. No.
listen, you can curse. I don't believe. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
How about another four? Wasn't it the Dallas one where we beat them in 2011, 4 years later in 2015, 4 years later in 2019, and then 4 years later in 2023, we got destroyed. The curse of the four.
What is it about for?
Yeah. Brett Favre and four.
The curse of Favre.
The curse of Favre. Man. Man.
Yeah, I mean, what else you gonna say? You lost the last 14 games in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. No, agree. Agree. And Kevin, we say this is nothing new, but for today we'll say it again. Since October 2011, the Jets lost 22 out of the 24 meetings since 2011. In those 24 games, we lost 14 in a row. And the two that we won, Kevin, we needed to go to overtime to win those games.
And how about
Yeah.
the punch to the stomach last year with the overtime kick return? Come on, man.
I don't even know. Was that no? It wasn't it three. It was three. Was that going into overtime? Was that
No,
yeah?
that was that was regular. That was
In regulation.
regulation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, how do you do this? And then you just stand there like,
Yeah, yeah,
I go, huh? Happened again.
yeah. The Pat, as we everyone knows, this is nothing. Pats lead the series 73, 54, and 1. The one tie, 1966. The point differential is 3,010 to the Jets, 25-61. Disgusting. It's just this series.
Wait. Say that point total again.
The point differential, Pats scored 3,010 points to our 25-61. The point difference is not, huge, but yeah,
Yeah,
but they
but
lead this
and a lot
series.
of that is those 45 to threes
Yeah, yeah,
where
they
they
lead this.
where they just kept scoring. They knew we couldn't do nothing. They knew
Yeah,
we were inept, but they just kept scoring and scoring and
yeah.
scored just to
When they lead this series by 19 games, and 22 of those games came in the last 12 years. So this was once an evenly matched rivalry that just went to shit.
hmm
There's no other way to describe this. It just
And
went to shit.
and by the way, speaking of Testaverde, that game, who were we playing?
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah,
were we playing?
yeah. Kevin, hold on. I know how to break this curse, and I will tell you how we're going to break this curse later in the program. I figured it out. It took me 47 years as a Jet fan, 48 years as a Jet fan, but I figured out how to break the curse, and I will tell you later in the program how we're breaking this curse.
Okay, okay. But I mean, hey, that's it for me. Like we said, we got nothing to say. We got nothing
I,
to
I
say.
have
Win
a
the
few.
game. Win the game.
I have a few more things.
Lay it
Did
on
you
me, man.
Did you know that over the years, and I didn't think this is a high number, 107 players have played for both teams. 107
Yeah,
of us.
that's uncanny, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I just wrote down some of the names. Maybe you remember them, maybe you
Sure.
forgot. They're more recent names. I didn't go back. Henry Anderson, Kyle Brady, Corwin Brown, Rob Carpenter, Brian Cox, Sean Ellis, Nick Folk, Darrell Revis, Danny Woodhead, and Damian Woody.
Can't make it up.
Yeah. And I'll still say, no matter how great of a Jet he is, the fact that he went there and won a Super Bowl, Darrell Revis just irks me a little. That one
A little
irks me a
bit. Of all teams,
little
I look at the contrast. Look at Mango. Okay,
bit.
they were trying to get him too when after we let him go, or okay, and he said he'd retire before he went and played for the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money didn't matter. Nothing mattered. It was the Pats, and I'll retire first before I go play for them.
No, I get it. I get it. Now, Kev, because we're on a Sunday for somewhat early, I was surprised the inactives list wasn't out. I couldn't find one. Do you have one or?
Now, all I saw was like Schweitzer, and that
Yeah,
was
so
it. Really, I didn't
so
see much of anything else.
here's what I have. So Tony Adams is out with the
Yeah,
hamstring,
Adams. Yes, we
and
know he's out. Yeah.
Schweitzer is out because of concussion. And because Schweitzer's out, they promoted to the active roster O-line Chris Glazer.
Okay.
They also signed linebacker Sam Ugavin to the active roster as well.
I mean, to get them all, it's really up to about a half an hour before kickoff that
Yeah.
they come up with the true inactives. So,
Yeah. As we know, we already know about Dwayne Brown. He's on the IR 4 games. Some moves the Jets made this week. They released defensive lineman Tansel Smart. They resigned wide receiver Earl Charles to the practice squad. They released O-line Ryan Swoboda. We're needing O-linemen, but yet we're releasing guys.
yeah, well, no, yeah, sure, why
Well,
not?
that's because they re-signed an old Jet O-lineman, Cedric Abagu. He's back with us.
Okay.
He signed to the practice squad, and it became official. Laurent Duvall Tardif retired. So there's no getting him to come out of retirement and help our old line back.
Nope.
Yep.
Listen, just hand the ball off today.
Yeah.
I have this bad feeling that Zach's going to go out there and look for redemption. And by doing that, he's going to implode.
Kev,
You know, just stay within the game plan, hand the ball off. Can we do some quick slants? Can we do something to loosen things up? Can we try? How about a flea flicker? I mean, I know it's going to be raining but something. Can we get some kind of? Can we take the handcuffs off? Let's see what we got in this kid. You got to let him play.
I would like to see. Here's what I would like to see, and maybe I'm just a conservative Jet fan. I'd like to see on the first play, we air it out just to set this Patriot team on their heels.
Get off the box. Just to
Yeah,
get off the box.
And then what I want to do is, even if it's a 0-0, 3-0 game, I want to run the ball and hit this team in the gut so that by the end of the third quarter, they're all bruised and sore and battered, like you do a boxing match, that in the fourth quarter
that they don't even want to tackle you anymore.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you watched the game last night. Did you happen to watch the Penn State game last night?
I did not see the Penn. I did not see the Penn State game.
So here are two ranked teams. I believe Penn State was 7th. Iowa was 23. Iowa has a good defense. Do you know how many offensive plays Penn State ran on them last night in a 31-0 shellacking? Do you know how many offensive plays?
Give it to me.
95. Now, their time of possession was 46 minutes to 14. You know why? They ran and they ran and they ran and dunked. They ran and they ran and they dunked.
You just keep rotating today. Brees, Dalvin, Carter, Brees, Dalvin, Carter. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Just keep hitting them, punching them in the gut that they're so drained and they've been out on that field for so long in the soaking wet.
And the fact that you gave the ball to Brees Hall 4 times last week is criminal. Criminal.
Yeah. And you know what, Kevin? Is it because Hackett still thinks Aaron Rodgers is on the field and doesn't know how to change this game plan around? Because we heard all going into the Dallas game, we were in the dungeon. We were making a plan. We were running everything around Zach.
Made a plan, all right.
Bullshit.
Made a plan, all right.
Ran the ball 4 times?
The plan, I guess, was to get your ass kicked.
Our best player was to run the ball 4 times. Yeah.
You give that guy the ball 20 times, you know he's going to break one, at least one.
Yeah. Just punch that team in the gut. And our defense, here's the key to our defense. Get off the field on third downs. That's all you got to do today. Get off the field on third downs.
If you can't get off the field on third down against this team and this quarterback, you got no chance.
Yeah.
You got no chance. Because you know the genius mastermind wizard there who, by the way, sucked in Cleveland. That's another thing. They tout this guy like he's the next coming. If you didn't have Brady for all those years,
yeah.
Sorry.
Let me ask you a question.
He won you your Super Bowls.
Oh, let me ask you a question. With Brown out today, is Tippmann sliding over, or is Taylor sliding over, or is Max Mitchell sliding over?
And listen, I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, move Beckham back to left tackle." No. He's been practicing at right tackle. You got him and AVT over there. You know what? when we played the Bills, I loved the play where they put the two tight ends
Huh?
outside of them and they collapsed the whole line. And Brees went, that was his
Mhm.
83-yard rip where there was like, they just collapsed the whole right side of the line of the defensive line. And that's it. He just took off. Can we do
We
some of that?
Yeah, well, we definitely have to see a lot of Rucker today on the blocking because he's one of our better blocking tight
Mm-hmm.
ends. Some Conklin and very little Huzama this game.
Listen,
Very little
I'm
Huzama.
tired. I'm tired of that guy.
Here's the other thing. With this field being wet, Will McDonald, if he's fast, he's a speedy guy. I'd rather see a lot of Will McDonald and very little Carl Lawson. Because here's another guy who, how's he helping us? He's helping us by making Woody Johnson a little more poorer by taking a paycheck every week. And yet we have to play this guy who's shown nothing. Injury. I understand he was injured, but the loyalty to put him in last week and inactivate our number one pick.
I'd like to see more of Bryce Huff.
Yeah. 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 Agree.
Every time the guy gets there,
Yeah, a
it'd
little
be
more Huff,
yeah. I mean, come on.
little more McDonald, a ton more Jermaine Johnson,
Oh yeah.
even even a little more Michael Clemens. Kevin, I get it. I don't study the X's and O's and what a guy does with the blocking and frees up. That's not my thing. I've said this to you. You know how we all like our favorite Jets, and I
Mhm.
had mine in the past. JFM to me, he's on my team. I root for him, but he's not one of my favorites. I'll say it again out here. He always makes a key mistake at a crucial time.
And like they said, and like you said, you got when you got a rep, it doesn't.
Yeah,
They're looking for you. It's like when you were in.
exactly.
It's like when you were in high school. Okay, if you had a reputation of being a sketchbook or whatever,
Mhm.
you didn't have to do anything. But if something happened, they're going to look at you first.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't understand why this is not, like the ref's not saying, hey, you got this on on your label. Stay away from it. Be careful. Pull up if you can. Again, we'll say it, Kevin. Yes, it was a lame flag. It should have never been called. But like you said, when something bad happens, it's gonna look right away. Or if they think something bad, they're looking right because you've been labeled or tagged that type
Sure,
of a.
sure. Hey, that's anything in life, right?
Yeah.
Your reputation follows you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just and Kevin, we keep saying this every year. Is this going to be the game where we have the laugher, where New England has the back fumble, the butt fumble, the tripping fumble, and they become a meme and a GIF and whatever GIF, whatever it's called? When are we going to have that game?
Let me ask you a question. If you lose this game, do things start spiraling? Because if you lose this game and go to 1-2, you got the Chiefs coming in here next week.
Yeah, yeah, Kevin.
You could be 1-3. Then you got what? The Eagles, right?
Yeah, and in between, you still
One
got to
and
go up
four.
to Denver. You still got
Yeah,
to go up to Denver.
right. Yeah,
And if you
yeah.
can't beat the Patriots on your home field, how are you going to beat a botched up Denver team on their field in the high altitude?
It always comes down to this team to go one way or the other. It always comes down to this damn team.
And you know what, Kevin? Another thing is with Jet fans, I don't want to hear if I say the 1-2, the season seems over. I'm a fair weather fan. You can't be more hardcore than I am because if I was a fair weather fan, I would have jumped off this team's bandwagon years ago. Instead, I'm still riding with them at 54 years old.
Mm.
I know. I know. So
Even got my Quebec crunch back here. Hey,
yeah,
did you see
Quebec
this
crunch.
cereal? Did you see there was a cereal came out for Brees the Beast?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I gotta look for that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
real cereal or is it just like a joke, like a little meme or
No, it's
so,
a
whatever it's
it's
called?
real.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, it's like a special promo by this company. Like it's
Yeah.
not General Mills or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, like you said, Kevin,
Google it, you'll
all right.
find it.
Okay. So, like you said, Kevin, we could sit here and run all the numbers, give you all the reasons why this, that, or that. You want those things? Look for another podcast. We're not doing it. We're just speaking straight up.
Yep.
This fucking team just go out and win a game 24, 14 in a row, 22 out of 24. Enough already. Give us hardworking Jet fans who buy the merchandise, go to the games, buy a ton of food to tell you there are so many great people out there who cook at the Jet games and party at these games and get the fans revved up and rally our Jet community. Give those fans and us something to root for today. Punch this team in the mouth. Punch this team in the mouth.
How about you go out and humiliate them like they have humiliated you
Exactly.
time and time and time and time again?
Get off the field on third downs. Play a clean game. No stupid penalties. No over the head thinking. Just
There's nothing else to say. Win the damn game.
yeah, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, dink and dunk. Run the ball, you know? Man. Anyway, is it time, Kevin? Should we do the weekly picks?
It's
Because
pick
what else can
time.
I say? And
No, you,
sometime within this weekly pick, I'm going to tell you how we're going to break the curse.
let's do the picks in the league where they play or pay.
Now, Kevin, in week 2, it was another great battle. I upped you by 1, bringing
Yep.
my lead to 2. But you got 15, 16 more weeks, 2
It's
games.
early. It's
You're
early.
not sweating, right? Just like if we lose today, Kevin, we shouldn't sweat. It's early, right? 1 and 2.
Yeah, right.
The second half of the schedule after the bye is easy. We don't have
Yeah.
this
So
one.
what? So what if we're 1-5?
Yeah. We don't have to sweat this one. But think about it, Kev. If we win this one, we're 2-1 and 2-0 in the division.
2-0 in the division already. And you
2-0
know,
in the division to go a long way to keeping our season alive.
damn right. Damn right. Let's go.
But anyway, we start off in Cleveland as Tennessee goes to Cleveland. Week 3 kicks off. Who do you have in the 1 o'clock game? Tennessee at Cleveland.
Interesting game. How overrated is Watson?
Yeah.
How overrated? Man, all the money they gave that guy.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's been out of he hasn't played in a while. You can tell.
Yeah.
So give me the Titans.
Okay. You got it. I'm giving you the Titans. And again, these are one of those games that if it was in Tennessee today, I take them. But because it's in Cleveland, I'm going to go with the hometown favorites, and I'm taking Cleveland. Okay. So right off the bat, we disagree. Bum, bum, bum.
The return of Kareem Hunt, I believe, too.
Yes. Well, they re-signed him, but you think they did it in time to get him in? I'm sure he knows that playbook, right? That should be fun. Kevin, here we go. You got the 2-0 Atlanta Falcons traveling to the 1-1 Detroit Lions in Detroit. Does Atlanta keep the streak alive and go to 3-0? Or does Detroit?
No. Give me Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, as silly as this sounds, if it was in Atlanta, would you take Atlanta? I might.
No. I think they're so pissed off from losing that game last week that they should come out on fire.
Huh. This is going to be another good one in my eyes because Derek Carr hasn't looked superb. Yes, he's doing enough to get the job done. Do you like the Saints traveling to Green Bay this afternoon?
Interesting game. And you know what? I'm kind of impressed with Jordan Love. I really am. So I'm going to take the Packers today.
Yep. Again, I'll say it again. As silly as this sounds, I think that if it was in New Orleans, I take the Saints, but because it's
Yeah,
in
I agree. I agree.
Green Bay.
I agree.
All right, Kevin. I know you're gonna hate this one, but it's the obvious. I mean, unless you're gonna just pick it not to. Anyway, Denver at Miami.
I don't want to take a loss, but this,
I'm taking Miami.
yeah,
You know.
give me the Dolphins. How could you not? I know I said I'd never pick them again, but I got to make up 2 games. So
Well, you could have a
I
chance.
can't, I can't go down 3. So
Well, you could have a chance right here because it's the battle of the 0-2. That's right. Both teams are 0-2, no wins. Who do you like? The Chargers going into Minnesota.
good game. Good game.
Let me ask you, with the playoff loss last year that this team experienced, does this team still have faith in that coach? Is this team just not buying into his way of thinking? They're 0-2. Is this a must win for either one of these teams? Could either one of these teams go to 0-3 and survive?
No, 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 not in an NFC with the Cowboys and the Eagles and whatnot. So
Even in our league with the Chargers, there's a lot. 0-3 could be the death of you. Are you buying all this hype that Mike Greenberg, some fans love him, some fans hate him, put it out there that if the Vikings are 0-5 or 1-5 at some point,
trade Cousins.
Easy.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. How do you make a trade like that and bring in Cousins with Rodgers standing on the sidelines? Which I heard he's going to be back at the facility next week. So
yeah. Well, Cousins will only be he's going to be a free agent. So you only be for this year and then you let him walk, you know? But this is how desperate we are. But again, Kevin, Greenberg threw it out there. He got ripped for it, just like we threw out, or I threw out Phillip Rivers. I don't know what Zach Wilson's the guy. I don't know.
Listen, there's nothing we've seen to this point in 3 years to tell us he's the guy.
Yeah.
We've seen more to tell us that he's not the guy.
Yeah. You know, people want to believe he's this man child because he made that one throw that everybody makes in those
in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Chargers on Minnesota. Who do you got? I think I'm going to take Minnesota since it's in their building.
Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Okay. Okay. All right, here it comes, Kevin. Rivalry week at JetLife Stadium. The hated New England Patriots coming into New York Jet territory in a rain-soaked field at 1:00. I said I will tell you how the Jets and us will break this curse. And I'm going to tell you first. I'm a diehard Jet fan. I don't care what anyone says, but here's how we're going to break the curse. I'm going to pick the Patriots to win this fucking game today. I'm hoping the football god hear me and curse me by making the Jets win so I don't win a game against you, but my beloved team who I sweat bullets for wins this game. Maybe I'm the curse, Kevin, because I was born in the year we won the Super Bowl.
Well, this is my chance to hopefully make up some ground because I'm going to take the home team. So I understand your theory, though.
I'm trying to do something. In the last 25 years, I did everything. I had my above the mantle on the TV. I had all my Jet stuff. That didn't work.
Certain jerseys. Should I sit here?
Here, drink beer, drink water, help this team this way. Don't wear the jersey. I even went one year, I don't know if you remember, before we got on, when we were just chatting it up and thinking about them. I said to you, I even wear the opposing team's colors so that the football gods think I'm a fan of that team. That hasn't worked. I remember the one year I went out and I bought the Chad Pennington bobblehead doll. I was so proud of it. I had it on the bureau. And what happened? The night before opening day, it fell and broke. And Chad Pennington, yeah, we didn't have him for the whole season. I gotta do something to break this curse. Like I said, maybe because I was in 69, I'm the curse. It's not poor Joe Willie. And maybe who knows, Kev? Maybe we win today, Kev. And for the rest of the season, I'll my team. If we can win every week and I pick against them, I'm so proud.
You'll take the loss, right?
Good for my team.
Oh man. Well, all right. I got you down for the Pats today.
I got to do something, Kevin. Something I've been trying. And listen, every Jet fan out there tries different things. Me as a Jet fan, this is how I'm going to try to do my part in breaking the curse. I'm gonna pick against them today.
Your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, because Kevin, if it works, I'm going to do it every week until it doesn't.
Ride the wave. Ride the wave.
Kevin, two things are going to happen. It's going to work. Jet fans are going to pay me for picking this curse, or it's not going to work. And Jet fans are going to pay me for picking against.
They're going to kill you. They're going to kill you.
Yeah. So either way. Either way. Anyway, before we go on, once again, we got an uptick in subscribers again. Little by little, our channel is growing and we love it. Thank you, guys and girls. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, on to Buffalo at Washington.
Good game.
2-0.
Good game.
2-0 Commanders. 1-1 Buffalo Bills. You know, think about all that controversy in the summer where we heard the enemy was too rough. The players were going to the coach to complain. He was talking to the enemy. Now look at that team. They're 2-0. Do they stay undefeated this week at home and beat Buffalo? No. Or has Buffalo woken up from the Jet debacle and now they go on their tear?
I got to take the Bills in a close one.
Okay. Okay. Even though it's at Washington, right?
Yep.
Could be rainy there. Could be a soaked field.
It's all right.
Okay. I want to take Washington, Kev. I so want to take Washington, but because I don't want to give away 2 games to you, I'm with you and I'm taking Buffalo.
Gotcha.
Hey,
I hope we're both wrong, but
yeah, of course. I agree. I agree. This is an easy one in my mind, although putting it out there probably won't make it an easy one. Houston going to Jacksonville. I got Trevor Lawrence and the boys.
Yeah. No question. No question.
Okay. Here's another one, another easy one. We don't have to spend too much time on it. Indianapolis going to Baltimore. Their quarterback is out. Who do you got? I'm assuming we both have Baltimore.
You got it.
All right. Carolina traveling to Seattle.
Give me the 12th man.
Yeah, Gino and the boys.
Yep.
Gino and the boys. This should be a laugher, but you never know in this league, right? They did Sunday to Sunday, any given Sunday. Chicago going to the Chiefs.
Please.
Kevin.
The question is not who will win, but how much they will win by.
Kevin, dare we dream if we do beat the Pats today and the Chiefs do beat the Bears, and I say do because I don't want to make it like it when they beat them, because on any given Sunday, Jets and the Chiefs 2-1 Sunday night in our building. Sunday night in our building, 2-2. If both teams are 2-1,
be a good one. It'll be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how could you come on?
Yeah.
I know on any given Sunday, but it ain't gonna be this Sunday.
No, I agree. I agree. Dallas at Arizona. Dallas stay perfect?
Yes.
Yeah. They lost a key cog to that defense, but I don't think it'll matter this week against the Cardinals.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. And in the nightcap, we
That's
got
another one on not whether who will win, but how much they'll
by
win
how
by.
much.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And in the nightcap, Pittsburgh going to Vegas.
Good game. Good game. Man, what must Tomlin be thinking?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I got to take the Raiders.
I'm taking the Raiders too, but that Pittsburgh defense is stout. I mean, they're the reason why they won because the offense just looks too.
Yeah, the offense is horrendous.
Yeah. But you see, this is a game like I like the Raiders, you like the Raiders. I'm probably half of America likes the Raiders. They probably crap the bed,
Yeah, sure, sure.
but I'll take the Raiders with you. Sorry to all our Raider friends out there. We're picking them, but this is probably a game they crap the bed.
Yeah, you got this one, Tim.
Yeah. Our good friend there. And in
Yep.
the doubleheader Monday night game, we got Philly going to Tampa Bay. Who do you got in the 7:15 game Monday night?
Good one.
I got Philly. I'm not even hesitating.
You know what? I'm gonna take Baker.
Wow. Okay. Will that be the upset special of the week?
Yes. No,
Will
I
that
think
be-
the upset special would be if the Bears somehow found a way to beat the Chiefs. That would be the upset special. But
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I
but yeah,
hear you.
I'm taking Baker.
Okay.
Who you got?
I got the Eagles. I didn't even hesitate.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And to close out the week 3 Monday night, the 8:15 in the doubleheader, the Rams traveling to Cincinnati. Who do you have?
Wow. Wow. What's up with Burrow, man, and that calf?
I don't know. They
Oh,
just signed.
two.
Didn't they sign McCarron's a backup quarterback this week? The
Yeah.
Bengals. So
The
that says
red. What did I hear? Who's the red rifle going for? Andy Dalton. Didn't somebody put him in this week or something?
oh,
But anyway, hey, and all I've been hearing all week is how Monday night they're gonna put Esiason in the Ring of Honor in Cincinnati and everything. So I don't know. We don't know if Burrow's playing or not, right? But with the hoopla, I'm gonna take the Bengals. If they go to 0-3, they're done.
and I am going to take the Rams. I don't think Burrow's 100% healthy. He's got to go. Aaron Donald's going to be stalking him down like a shark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Rams.
If he even plays.
Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the only reason I give them a chance. If he doesn't play,
Yeah, forget it. Forget it.
No.
I'll scratch my pick out if he doesn't play.
So 4 games this week we disagree on. So this could shift. If
This
you
could-
win all,
I could see a split. I could see a split, and then things.
if we split, I keep my 2-game lead.
Right.
If you win all 4, you take the 2-game lead early in the season.
Well, I'm hoping there's one that I get you on. Anyway, you know.
And there's one that I hope you get me on too. I hope that this is a start. I hope that by me doing this, this breaks the Jet curse right in half, and we wave into next week.
Let's go.
Because Kev, if let's put it this way, we lose today, 3 points, 2 points, whatever it is, okay? We become fodder for the rest of the year. We're going to be the laughing stocks on all these football shows. And then we lose to the Chiefs, let's say next week, and it's pretty much done. We're done. No one talks about us anymore. No one talks about us no more until we win March and April and May, because that's what we seem to do. We win the offseason.
Let me ask you a question. Zach goes out there today and beats Zach. What do? You go get somebody? You sit them down next week? What do you do?
But I thought they should have got somebody last week.
You should have had somebody in here the week Rodgers went down.
just a veteran, just somebody. So when he comes out, I understand they like
Give
this.
them a couple weeks, so they had a couple weeks to digest the playbook,
Yeah, but not so much that.
practice.
Just so when he comes off the field, it's like we always say, Kevin. You know how you said about in high school, you're this. A teacher talks to you, and sometimes it doesn't sit in. But then the buddy next to you says ABC, and you go, I never thought of that. It's nice to have that older eye on the sidelines. And I understand Rodgers is coming back, but whatever. Here's the question. If we're down 10-3 going into the fourth, and Zach has done everything to botch this game, do you bring in the backup for some fresh life, or do you ride it out with Zach?
If he's stinking it up by halftime, you bring in Boyle.
Kevin, if we lose this game,
fourth quarter, that's too late. It's too late.
If we lose this game, no matter what the score, whatever happens, does Zach survive to play next week? Or does this fan?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what
they ride, right? They're done. They ride.
If he goes out there today, like I say, I got a feeling he's gonna. I mean, to me, Belichick has his number.
Yeah.
So if he goes out there and has a typical Zach game against the Patriots, I don't know.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We're a little over 3.5 hours away from kickoff, so we'll take it from there, and we'll root on our GTS Jets, and hope for the best.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
We'll see you guys after the game. Hopefully, with a big smile on our face and not on a rant. So, enjoy the games today. And we'll see where we go from here, right? Let's go. It's almost kickoff. All right, we jumping on afterwards or what? Regardless?
Let's see what our frame of mind is. But listen, fans, we're either going to be on.
If I text you during the game,
either way, we're going to be on an hour after this game, or we'll be sometime on month. But you'll hear our rant, win or lose, in the next 24 hours.
All right, let's rock and roll. Rock and roll. Come on, and that's it, man. Nothing else to say. Just win the damn game. All right, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy today and get up. Let's go. Let's kick some Patriot ass.